What's up, soul family? I'm Sage. I talk about all things to heal, grow, and evolve on your spiritual journey, metaphysical journey, and African spirituality. And I want to talk about the spiritual meaning of having nightmares. If you're having a bad dream, a nightmare, what is the spiritual meaning of this? Where does this come about? And that's what I want to talk about today. So when you're having a nightmare, well, first of all, every time you go to sleep, whether or not you remember your dreams, our soul leaves our body and it goes into a different dimension, a different realm. And depending on what your mind state is at, whatever the level of your consciousness is at, it will either be in a high vibrational dimension or a lower dimensional world. And when we have nightmares, our soul is inside a lower dimensional realm. So we're on Earth, that is a 3D dimension. So we have the first dimension and the second dimension. These are lower realms. These are hell states. Earth is also a lower dimensional hell state as well. So when you have a nightmare, when you have a bad dream, your spirit, your soul is experiencing whatever you're seeing in that bad dream, whatever you're seeing in that nightmare. If you're having nightmares of being shot, being stabbed, someone's chasing after you, if you're being poisoned, all of these negative things, all things that are kind of traumatizing, your soul is actually experiencing that in the lower dimensional realms. I hear a lot of people having dreams about aliens coming after them or aliens taking them away on a spaceship. That is actually what is happening to you in that lower dimensional state. So how do you prevent this? How do you stop yourself from having these dreams, having these nightmares? The first thing is to always, before you go to sleep every night, you need to command yourself. You need to command your spirit, your body. Command protection over yourself. Surround yourself with a bubble of love. Surround yourself with spiritual protection and divine intervention. Every night before you go to sleep, you need to command these things to happen while you're asleep for protection when you're in a dream state and protection in your physical body. Because the more you're in these nightmares, the more you're experiencing these things in a lower dimensional state, it will over time have an effect on you in the physical, because everything starts in the spiritual first. All diseases, sickness, commanding protection and divine intervention over yourself before you go to sleep every single night. Meditating before you go to sleep every single night. Because the power of the tongue and the power of the mind are the two most important powers that we have in existence. If we have fear, if you go to sleep scared, you have a high chance of being in a lower dimensional realm, because you have that state of consciousness, which is fear. And because that is a low vibration, that's going to push you into a low vibrational state. Releasing fear, commanding protection into your life. If you go to sleep with mirrors, or you go to sleep with the TV on, or if you have a TV screen right in front of you, you need to make sure that's covered before you go to sleep, because these screens, these mirrors, these have portals within themselves. Mirrors are portals, screens are portals to different dimensions. And if you don't charge it correctly, or if you don't set correct intentions for that, that's easy for certain spirits, certain beings to easily come through these portals, come through these mirrors, and come through these screens. And that could easily pull you and drag you down into a low vibrational state. Especially a lot of people who watch horror movies right before they go to sleep, and they have this giant screen right in front of their TV. Like, that's just easy grab. That's just easy to pull you down into that state. So make sure you cover any mirrors, cover any TV screens, cover any monitors around you in your room before you go to sleep, because that blocks the energy. Put certain things underneath your pillow. You can put a cup of water underneath your bed, because water absorbs. And so any type of energies that are low vibrational, anything, the water will pick up anything that is not meant to be in your room, and it will absorb it into that cup. So you can put water underneath your bed. You can put salt underneath your bed. You can put crystals underneath your pillow to surround yourself with a bubble and aura of protection. But all of these things are great, but the main thing is the power of your tongue and the power of your mind. You need to be aware of what your mindset is at, especially before you go to sleep. If there's anything keeping you up at night, if you're having constant fears of something, you need to really address that first and really see where that comes from. This is where shadow work comes in, and this is how you build up your self-awareness about yourself, your mind state, and why certain things are happening in your life. Because we have situations in our life that started in the spiritual first, because we've manifested this through our emotions, manifested these negative things through our fears, our doubts, our lacks, and then we're wondering why we constantly experience this cycle of negativity in our lives, because you've manifested this without even realizing it. So that's why shadow work comes in handy, really evaluating your mindset, your mind state, and how you see yourself in different positions and different areas of your life. At the end of the day, no one really has permission to do anything to you unless you give them permission. And putting yourself in a low vibrational state pretty much gives them grabs that gives them permission to take advantage of that energy. You have to figure out where exactly in your life are you vibrating at in a low vibration. Because these lower vibrational beings, they go after things that are easy energy, easy access. So if you're constantly in fear, constantly in a low vibrational state, don't know how to protect yourself, these are things that just a quick grab, they're just able to quickly steal your energy. And that's how they feed off of that as well. So that's how they gain their energy. They gain their fuel by feeding off of your energy, by pulling you down into these dimensional states and taking advantage of your energy by doing all these things you're experiencing in these nightmares. So it's very important to protect your energy. Speak life into yourself before you go to sleep and when you wake up as well.